Hey, Wembrook World Entertainment, and we got some more big updates regarding Black Panther 3. Now, a lot of them are rumours, but they're rumours about the title, the filming date, and who's possibly going to be in this thing. So, let's take a look at this, because it is scheduled for February of 2028. That's meant to be the release date. And yet, for some reason, this thing is saying no release date seems to be confirmed, and yet that seems to be the confirmed date. So, unless they're talking specifically about, like, whether it's the 12th of February 2028 or the 19th of February, either way, we're going to have a look at this article. The title that they're talking about is interesting, but the rumors seems to also be confirming the worst kept secret, which is, of course, the return of a new version of T'Challa, which is meant to be the son. But let's take a look anyway. So, it's saying Black Panther 3 is on the way, and it's been widely reported that it will kick off the post-Avengers Secret Wars MCU in February of 2028. A mixture of rumors and even some leaked concept art from the next Avengers movie. It remains unclear whether it was for Doomsday, Secret Wars, or perhaps previous versions of either one, has pointed to Marvel Studios reintroducing T'Challa. Denzel Washington is expected to join the cast, while Ryan Coogler will return to direct. F1 the movie star Damson Idris is rumoured to be the new T'Challa, and while a release date hasn't been officially announced, Black Panther 3 would be a fitting choice of movie to usher in a new era of storytelling in the post-Secret Wars MCU. First question I'd ask to that is, why? Why would it be a fitting choice to usher in the new era? Especially when we're being told, and have been constantly getting told by Kevin Feige himself, that the next era and the thing that comes after Secret Wars is X-Men and the mutants. So this idea that Black Panther 3 is the thing that's going to usher in the new era makes no real sense. But it says here, Total Film has unearthed a listing on the Film and Television Industry Alliance website claiming that the next Black Panther movie begins shooting in London on June 15th this year, 2026. The document states that the trequel is titled Shadows of Wakanda and will explore Wakanda's vulnerability after T'Challa's death, with Shuri stepping up as both warrior and leader.
You serious?
Yeah, so I think that's an interesting take, that the third movie is going to explore the Wakanda's vulnerability. What vulnerability? They literally are an isolationist state, you know, they're closed off to the world. They have a giant shield around. What vulnerability? And the idea, if that's the approach, that it's going to be the vulnerability, would show that Shuri is not a good leader. Well, also the idea of her being a warrior, you're like, yeah, piss off. So similar to the production list, this sounds a lot like information that's being compiled from various online reports rather than concrete intel from Marvel Studios. Still, that start date is new, so we'll have to wait and see what happens in the months ahead. Coogler has previously said that Black Panther 3 will be his next movie. Black Panther was released in 2018 to widespread critical acclaim and a massive 1.3 billion worldwide. The sequel, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, grossed 859 million worldwide in 2022 and was similarly considered a success in the post-COVID landscape for superhero movies. But isn't it crazy that it went from 1.3 billion all the way down to 859 million? Because by the laws of averages, then the third movie will drop again. So it's highly unlikely that your first movie is a 1.3, your second movie can't make 860. There's no way the third movie is going back up into the billions. It would sound more and be more the case of it's going to drop again. So in other MCUs, Coleman Domingo has talked more about his Marvel future while appearing on the Golden Globes red carpet. saying that he had one beautiful meeting with Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige. The actor added, "I would love to be a part of the Marvel universe, but I feel like I want it to be very intentional and specific on exactly what I'm doing. I don't want to just do anything." The Mango currently voices Norman Osborn in Marvel Animation's Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, but is clearly waiting for the right live-action MCU character. Why not the new Green Goblin? What? Why not the new Green Goblin? A black Green Goblin? Of course, didn't they make him black? Yeah, of course, the Osborns, they changed to being black in that stupid piece of crap Spider-Man cartoon. So, and of course, he's recently starred in The Running Man, which was an absolute disaster. I was curious about who he was playing, because when I saw his name coming up, I was like, he's not starred in anything Marvel. What are you talking about? And then he voices Norm. Okay, whatever. The Black Panther 3 part, I thought his name was in the headline for this article. I thought he was going to be meant to be like a part of this Black Panther 3. Clearly not. So whatever. The new T'Challa, of course, we've heard the name Damson Idris being considered for quite a while now. He was the first and only name that came up about portraying the new T'Challa, which is meant to be, of course, T'Challa's son, and that it's meant to be one of the incursions or something that he comes through as the older version. So whether or not that will be the case, don't know. But look, if there's this much conversation around a new T'Challa being brought in for Black Panther 3, then it's very clear that there's going to be a new T'Challa. And that is kind of a sign of they panicked. That they went, oh, maybe we should have just recast the character. Which they should have done. But they should have done it respectively. And the way you do it respectively is a week after the guy dies, don't announce, oh, we're still doing the second movie, don't worry guys. And then just use Chadwick Boseman's whole legacy as T'Challa as your promotional push for your second movie. Like, that was possibly the scummiest thing I've ever seen. Like, the guy had literally only passed away, and they immediately came running out the gates going, don't worry, we're still making Black Panther 2. In fact, we're going to make it this summer. Yes, don't worry, we're still pushing for it. And people were like, okay, you know, that's kind of the last thing that was on everyone's minds at this stage, but good for you. Are you recasting? And then, of course, they wouldn't answer whether they're recasting, whether they're going to kill him off, what were they going to do? And it was basically by the time the movie came out, you found out what their plans were, and it was like, yeah, we panicked, we didn't know what to do, so we killed him off screen by basically COVID, if you remember that. He died by an unknown virus. It was like, good God. They could bring this new T'Challa in, and it's actually meant to be the T'Challa that we've known and loved all along, just that obviously he's from another universe, so it's like, oh, or by all accounts, and it does seem to be the way they're going, is that it will be T'Challa's son, that he will become the new T'Challa. If all of this is true as well, brace yourselves, and I do mean brace yourselves, for the absolute shitstorm that is going to come out of the woke freaky losers by going, how dare you take away this role of Black Panther from Shuri? Because that is absolutely going to happen. You're already seeing it happening by one trailer showing you Steve Rogers is coming back. And you notice the trailer says Steve Rogers is coming. Not Captain America will return. Steve Rogers will return. And as everyone's pointing out, they probably won't even call him Captain America in the movie. And yet people are having a meltdown. Oh my God, how dare you take the title away from Sam Wilson, even though Sam Wilson is not Captain America. He is Falcon and should have remained Falcon, because that's who he is, and you took his identity away to give him someone else's. What a stupid idea. He was loved as Falcon. Everyone loved Falcon. So this whole idea of, oh no, you're just taking away, shut up. Reality is people are losing their mind because he's coming back. Now you're seeing them losing their mind that 4 is going to be back and it's all the white boys and they're all losing their mind. You turn around now and say, oh yeah, we're bringing in a new T'Challa and he's going to be the Black Panther again and become king of Wakanda. Watch the shitstorm that comes from the freaks over Shuri. It's going to be hilarious. But what do you guys think? Do you think we are about to be introduced to a new T'Challa? Do you think Black Panther 3 is going to be the thing that ushers in the next era of the MCU? Even though Kevin Feige says that'll be X-Men. And what do you think about this supposed title of Shadows of Wakanda? I would assume that means the shadow of T'Challa. So let me know what you think about all this. And with that, I shall leave it there for this one. So do like, share, subscribe, hit the hype button, check out memberships, all the good stuff, you know the drill. And by God, have you people shown up, because some of these videos have taken off, especially the Star Trek ones, and subs have just come out of nowhere. Like, wow. So cheers for being here and welcome aboard, I suppose. So I shall catch you all in the next one.